quick. I'm on break, so I just want to say hi, see how everybody's doing. I hope everybody's having a great day. So I got like 10 minutes, and it is so crazy. I just had such a funny thing happen. So there was this delivery that we had. This guy from Ohio, don't mind me, I'm literally at work. My hair is insane. It's soaked from the rain, but I just had this delivery. We had to take 70 tubs from big like this big truck from Ohio, and this guy did not, he could not drive this 18, it was like an 18 wheeler or whatever. And so he drops it off, and you could tell he's kind of nervous. He's kind of being like really quiet or whatever. And we're like, okay, it's me, my foreman, and this guy, George. And we're like, all right, whatever. I jump in the bed and like, I'm trying to help move tubs around, but of course I'm always in the way. So I told my boss, I'm like, my foreman, I'm like, listen, I was like, I'll be in the street. I'll like direct traffic. I'll be the flagger, right? So I go in the street, and of course no one like listens to me, and like, I work in like the hood, so like nobody cares. So they're like cutting around me and stuff. So I'm wearing high vis, so I'm like, all right, I should be fine, right? So make a long story short, this guy George, my foreman's in the actual bed of the truck, and George is using the pallet jack, or he's got like the forklift, and he's like grabbing the tubs out. And then I'm in the street, I'm like directing traffic, whatever. So like everything's cool, we get it all in, and it's like 70 tubs is a lot. They're all like compacted though, they're like saran wrapped, but like it's a lot, it's still a lot. So we get the tubs in an area where they're safe. We'll move them later, we'll cut them open, whatever. And this guy's like, well, I need to pull out of here. He was like, I don't feel comfortable doing that, I need help. So we're like, oh yeah, we can help you, whatever. So first off, the light right by my job, for whatever reason, is like hot and cold. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's like a 5 minute light. No kidding. Like sometimes it's literally 5 minutes. So we're like, all right, this sucks. So we're standing there, we're waiting, and there's people like walking and stuff like that. And it's a busy area. It's not, it's Hempstead, Long Island. So it's not like like a quiet area. So we're waiting for the light, and the light finally changes. And this guy, he's like the whole time he's like backing up into the middle of the intersection. We're like, you got to hold on. Like we'll flag you when we're ready. So George goes up there, and he's like standing by him because we don't trust him at this point. We think he's nervous, whatever. So make a long story short, he starts backing up, and it is, what a friggin' nightmare. He's backing up, and there's cars that are trying to cut around this huge truck. And I'm in the middle of the street. I'm trying to wave people on. I'm trying to have them stop, and they're not stopping, right? So it was just such a nightmare. And then the guy, like, because I'm in a construction area, he literally almost backs into this gate, into the fence, and there's people beyond that fence, and there's like a bus company for like kids and stuff, and we're like, this is a friggin' nightmare. And this literally all just happened. And so anyway, so he's backing up, and then a car scoots around him. He almost hits the friggin' car. Then now you have this 18-wheeler stuck in the middle of an intersection. It was a friggin' nightmare. So we had to get him out of there. It took about 10 minutes. People are, blasting their horns. They're freaking out, all this stuff. And then the guy finally like makes his way out. But it was just it's crazy. I know I would never drive a big rig ever. I would never drive like a huge truck like that, because it's got to be so nerve-wracking, especially when you're from Ohio, when you're not from Long Island area. And a lot of people are like, how do you drive in the city? The city is a different beast, but the city I feel like is not as dangerous as driving on Long Island, because you can get like speeds of like 70, 80, 90 miles an hour, whereas in the city, you're really only capping at maybe 30. Granted, you probably have more chance of getting into like a fender bender, but when it comes to like an accident on Long Island, like you're screwed. You know what I'm saying? Like you get into a bad accident, like that's it. And I know so many people who have gotten into accidents. I've gotten into an accident. It's really, really dangerous on Long Island. But I am actually on break right now. I just wanted to pop in and say hi to anybody who is watching. Orientation is locked. Let me go to here, make sure I didn't miss anything. But yeah, I thought it was so funny. I was like, this guy was like so nervous too. And I'm like, dude, you do this for a living. You just drove like 18 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you not know how to pull out of this area? It's not even like a huge area. It's just a parking lot. How do you not know how to pull out of it? But I don't blame him though, because everyone's distracted on their friggin' phones. You know what I mean? So it was just crazy. So that happened. So my foreman let us go out a little early, and when I come into my van, like I'm literally just like writing. I literally have my book here, or sometimes I'm like watching something, but I try not to be on my phone like that. But I just thought it was funny. I wanted to share that story. So I'll be back with another live later on when I have more time. I hope you guys are having an awesome day.